Resolute Bliss Publishing presents Thursday Night Live with your hosts, B-Red, Rick, hey,
I'm offline.
you're offline.
Doesn't it say that on the screen?
Get on. Oh, now it does. He got
I,
oh, now he's back. Look at you pulling magic tricks.
I don't see me on the screen though. Am I there?
You're there, brother. Let me pull
Okay.
you down and pull you back then. Hold on.
I'm okay.
Yep.
No, I don't
You
know
couldn't
where I am.
handle those sweet dance moves you had.
I was rocking it out. Hey, can we not get like some Pearl Jam or some Bush or something on there?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'll send that right over to our guys in the production team.
That would be awesome. Get those guys on it. They stink if they don't start jamming up that music.
I know. You know how those dang unions are.
I do. Stupid unions. What's going on, B-Rad?
Buddy, it flew by again. Another week down.
That means we're older.
Maybe. Or we've just been really busy.
Okay, or we're really busy. I'll take that too.
Because we set up for a 3-day con in a big town of Morristown, Tennessee, volunteer Comic Con.
So we're going to talk about Morristown first?
Let's do it.
All
There
right,
is
go for it.
our official vendor badge. So beautiful, beautiful facility.
It was absolutely incredible facility. It's one of the prettiest facilities I've ever seen. I think, correct me if I was wrong. Am I wrong? It's a gym, but it's not just a gym like you think of the sweaty old 1940s YMCA gym. It looks like a multi-million-dollar structure because they had an outdoor splash pad, a pool.
Yeah.
And as I say this to people, I know people are thinking small gym, but this is a huge complex, almost like a mini Heroes Con that just happens to be a gym during the day. So,
right, the pool had slides and all kind of a water park. There was all these rock walls to climb that were like, some of them were different things, like the old Game Boy or something. And you climbed all the way to the top.
I got thrown off 3 of those rock walls.
I think our buddy Andy Gordon climbed it in like 2 seconds.
I think he did. They said I was too tall to climb it. I wasn't allowed out there anymore.
That's awesome. I'm going to throw up your picture here that you put in here.
So here's a picture from Morristown Con. That's us with Grant from Nirvana Comics. Look at that. Yeah. We have our booth in the background. Brad had just asked me if I had any pictures from the show. So there's a picture, us two and Grant. You see the Paradox, see a little bit of Moonblade, are standing in the background. So we had a little fun. I actually got another one I can throw up there that's kind of cool.
Thanks Grant for inviting us. We were there with our buddy Sam Payne, Andy Gordon.
Love Sam Payne.
Sketch Ellis. And we were holding down the comic books.
So here's a shot of Sketch Ellis. He did a sketch for me. Actually, Sketch and I are going to do a horror story together. We got a little 20-page story that we're working on together right now. But that's what he did in my book right there is Deceit and the Scarecrow. Sketch did an awesome job on that. He kicked it out of the park. I think he thought I was kidding, but the way he drew the Scarecrow eyes and it was dripping with fabric and stuff like that, he did an awesome job. Really liked meeting that guy.
Heck yeah.
All right, so what else about Morristown Con? Anything? We had a visitor
of the booth there as we got it set up. So we had plenty of room.
How big that booth is. That's insane.
We had plenty of room. A big thanks to Matt Wilson for recommending those tiered shelving for me that saves space and looks really good. You can't see it lit up right now, but Rocky said put some lights on it, so I put some lights on it, so it helped look good there too.
I don't think you had the lights on it yet at that point.
Oh, maybe that's why they're not lit up.
Yeah, I
Then.
think you put them on after that. You remembered, so.
Yeah, that was a
And
good
in
time.
celebration of Jurassic Park, we had a dinosaur come by and see us.
Yeah.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah, I forgot about that thing.
I snapped a picture so you can hit our QR code, and I was going to try to tag those guys, and Mac could not find them online, so he looked, but I forgot what his name was anyway. But he just wanted to hang out the Resolute Bliss, and he was licking his lips when he looked at you.
So he's the handler just let him go, and he just crawled under there, crawled under my seat, and kept on going. I was like, well, I guess he's pretty tame if she's just going to drop his leash. So yeah, he just crawled right on by.
Like I said, it's celebration of Jurassic Park week.
No doubt, that thing is definitely left over from something previous. That's for sure. It's Do we even know what it is other than a dinosaur?
Let's just go with dinosaur because it sounds like a cooler story, and we can tell people we had dinosaurs visiting our booth. I'd rather do that.
No doubt. Yeah, that was interesting. It was interesting. So
All right. Sure. Let me hijack the show for 1 second.
You get it, buddy.
You know how I like to hijack the show, right?
Yeah. Go.
Okay. I have a big announcement.
Oh, you do?
Okay. I do. You don't even know this is coming.
Okay.
This is another exclusive because I like to pull them out. So my exclusive is a little different this week.
All right.
The guy that's running this video cast, who I'd like to strangle his neck most of the time, but I do love him dearly, is actually having a birthday tomorrow. So
really,
I want to pre-say. Can you say that? Is that the right words? I want to pre-say.
Pre-say.
I want to pre-say if I can do that. I had big happy birthday shout out to my cousin Brad.
Yeah.
July 4th is his birthday, which is
America.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so we're celebrating America. We're going to celebrate Brad. And unfortunately, now I'll probably see Brad a little bit tomorrow, but I've got to take a dive group for a couple of days to do our little diving. But I did want to get him a present and know that I was thinking about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So it's going to involve me, and my shirt is coming off. Shipley seems to like that with my old hands. So.
Okay. There's no telling.
So I do want to wish him a happy birthday, and hope everything goes well, and he has a good day on his birthday. And
yeah, we're having some fun.
Is your other better half around?
Somewhere.
Because she's confusing me right now.
Somewhere. I think I have a visitor. Oh,
look at that!
Yeah.
Wow! No!
It's the happy birthday. It's a
really big present.
All right. We gotta wait till tomorrow, but I like your hats.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, what's up, Magnus?
Say bye to everybody else. Wow.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
So this is my birthday present to you, Brad.
Yeah, in case.
Well, not that. I think Kim made that.
In case you didn't know who.
All right. So my exclusive tonight is your birthday present. Go ahead and open it up for us on the air.
Oh, this isn't from Kim.
This is from me.
Oh. Okay. All right.
And once again, it's going to be a picture of you and I shirtless. And I want you to hang it on your wall.
Well, you're going to see it before me. I'm going to see it on the screen.
It is a Dungeons and Dragons piece done by Les L. Garner. I got it at an auction for underprivileged children. We're both Dungeons and Dragons fans and geeks.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful piece. Les signed the back of it for you as well. Nice. So happy somewhere. I can't see it, but I know it's on there somewhere. Yeah. Yep, there it is. That was just for you specifically. Happy birthday, cuz.
That's a serious dragon right there.
That is a serious dragon. I love it. You almost didn't get it. I ran out of, as you can see behind me, I ran out of wall space, so you wouldn't have got it.
That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. All right, I'm done hijacking the show.
That's pretty cool. I'd have been happy with one of your signed tour books, to be honest.
Yeah, but I already had that one.
That's pretty cool. Les does a pretty good job when he wants to.
He can do pretty pictures when he wants to. Yes.
All right, so I've been ignoring the comments here. I'm sorry. Thank you, Margrave. I appreciate it. Got another one here from the other Cubs. Thank you.
Hey, that means James. Either you sent him a link or he got onto YouTube. I'm excited for him.
I take care of him. There, yeah.
All right.
Somebody saw Magnus. Yeah, Magnus made it.
He didn't give you a big present.
Who's that?
James. You said you took care of him.
Hey, he said. Well, no, I seen the link. He's on. He's here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I hate to move in the other news that you have for us, but I know you have some other news for us.
I do have. Well, wait a minute. Why did you say that?
Well, I know what kind of news do you have for us, and I'll tell you why I said that.
Actually, I've got some weird news. Let me throw up an image up there real fast. I should have been doing it, but I was celebrating in the birthday festivities. So here's my first news. Throw that up.
All right. What's it doing here? Here we go.
Do you know what this is?
No, I don't.
Okay. Sorry, I had to read the notes that were coming up. So this is it's by a retired comic artist, and I'll butcher his name, Rio Tasuski. She has been claiming to have prophecy dreams for close to 50 years now. In the early 80s, she started recording her visions and their dates, blah, blah, blah. So thus far, she has a prophecy that is supposed to happen. She did this comic book. This is supposed to happen in the next couple of days. It has caused travel to Hong Kong to plummet over the past several days because they claim that Tatsuki, assuming I'm saying the name right, dreams a lot about death and has seen a lot of visions that are coming up in July 2025. It's supposed to be her biggest disasters yet. Oh. And she wrote this comic book several years ago. Like I said, she's retired now. But it has caused I can't remember some of the airlines' names, but they say like Greater Bay Airlines, which is a Hong Kong airline, canceled almost all their flights for Wednesday.
What?
Due to low demand.
Really?
Just because people are not traveling. They're a very superstitious culture there, and they're convinced that there's impending disaster and that the comic book has predicted this disaster. So when we talk about comic books, this is a comic book that's actually having a significant impact in the Tokyo area.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's pretty wild. So
no doubt.
So there's the cover that they talked about it. Now, here's the funny part about this. I'm not trying to make light of superstitions.
No, yeah.
I was reading a lot. I looked up this story because I was really interested. It popped up on my feed today. And it's like a comic book predicting the end of Tokyo. Yeah. Is this a Godzilla comic book or something like that? What I found funny was, they talked about that they believe that, and I'm once again not being mean. So it says, among the many things that Tatsuki predicted was the passing of Queen frontman Freddie Mercury. And I thought, okay, that's pretty impressive. However, the rest of the story went on to say 15 years before it happened. And then she predicted the death of Princess Diana. The rest of the story said 5 years before the tragic events happened. Now, this comic book is now selling through the roof. It is actually sold out. It's going for high prices on eBay and places like that. But I think all we got to do is hold the sign up and predict something bad. And when it happens, whether it's 5 years, 15 years, 20 years later, then we can say we predicted it.
Well, maybe she's saying how it happens. That might add a little truth.
True, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, she just predicted the Freddie Mercury 15 years before it happened. Maybe she predicted that he was dying of HIV. maybe
Did she? Okay, so she put down to what the cause was even. Okay,
so.
that's pretty good.
So, yep, that's pretty insane. So, a crazy comic. If anybody wants to pick up an edition of this, or if you see things happening in Japan, Tokyo, Hong Kong, China, any of those places, maybe the name of the comic, and once again, I will butcher this, is Watashi ga Miti Maraya. I'm saying that wrong, I know, but it translates to the future I saw.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So
Pretty scary, but pretty cool.
a manga comic that's really changing things. My other news, I do have one other piece of news.
Okay.
Not as weird as that news, but that is kind of a strange story. To commemorate the upcoming publication of the new Batman #1, which I'm actually really excited about, DC Comics has stolen the idea of the blind bag variants from Skybound's Battle Beast.
Oh, everybody's going to. They're going to now. They're not going to let Kirkman make that money without jumping on that train.
I absolutely agree. But they're dubbing the blind bags as Blind as a Bat editions, which is pretty clever. Featuring full variants covers at $9.99 each. It's going to have some, $10. It's going to have art in there, some covers by Andy Kubert, Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Stanley Argerm. Jim Lee is doing an alternate full version. There will be 1 in 500. And Jorge Jimenez is going to have a 1 in 1,000. So there's going to be some pretty cool books that you could potentially pull out. So in a weird kind of way, I'm actually going to probably buy 1 or 2 of those. I'm excited. Now,
Kirkman's Battle Beast sold out, so you better get on the list.
I think these will sell out because you're talking about some big names and some really, really rare variants in there. So I want
Battle Beast also did. There was a chance to get the next issue as well in the blind bag. Have you heard? Did Batman mention any of that?
I have not heard that, and I didn't see that. I just I'd read that earlier today and thought that was really cool and wanted to be part of it.
Yeah, that is cool. All right.
There's my news for the week. There's Rick's news.
Well, I thought you were going to talk about the sad news that we were going.
Well, you told me that you didn't want to talk about a sad show today. So,
well, I think we got to talk about Jim Shooter. I think you got to talk about him.
Well, let me get. How old was Jim? Do you know?
No, I don't. I saw the numbers, but I can't remember them.
He died at 73. So Jim Shooter, obviously passed. He was a Marvel editor-in-chief. He truly is considered one of those figures that probably saved the comics industry. He's given that credit over and over and over. He's considered one of the main Marvel guys. Without him, the 80s era would have probably never happened. I mean, he is that influential of a guy.
Yeah.
And he wrote for DC as well. It's not just Marvel, but and I think he had a lot to do because you brought up Dazzler the other day, if I remember right. I think he had a lot to do with the creation of Dazzler and things like that. So, like I said, he was 73 years old, probably one of the most prolific guys in comics. Without him, Marvel probably would not have made it through the 80s, and they probably would not be poised to do the things that they're doing in movies now. So that's how powerful of Jim Shooter is as a guy, I think. So and wasn't he at a show that we were at not too long ago?
Buddy, it feels like it, but
yeah, I think he was at that show when we were in Gallatin, Tennessee last year, but I'm not sure. And Jim Shooter,
I don't think it was that one.
Okay, so Jim also shares something with our family. Do you know what it is? I feel like
it was MegaCon a couple years ago.
Might have been MegaCon. Yeah, might have been. But
what does he share with us?
With our family?
No.
He was born in Pittsburgh, PA. He's a Pittsburgh, PA guy. Yeah.
Oh.
So
well, he would probably like your jersey.
He should love my jersey. So and maybe he'd put Dazzler and Paradox together, and they'd make a great story. I don't know.
Yeah. There you go.
And I do know. I think the piece that I never got him to do is I'm pretty sure he is on the Frank Miller Daredevil comics, and probably if I could get a signature from him, if I could have, it would have had him on the Frank Miller issues that I have. So that would have been pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, that would have been cool.
So there's my sad news. So comics lost a legend this week, and
Definitely.
a true legend.
Definitely. And so I've got one more that just happened, but I'm gonna wait here because I don't know all the details. So what I did, I called around today and said, "What's going on? What's hot today?" So Bill popped up and said, "Buddy," Bill over at Comics Exchange, that's who I'm talking about, and he said, "This right here was hot. This is the prelude to a future past." What do you think about that number right there, 104.5? It sounds like a radio station I know.
It sounds like a radio station.
It's hot 104.5, the Uncanny X-Men.
I like that Bishop there, by the way. I like that Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Is that Psylocke in the back?
I honestly don't know.
Throws me off a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, I have not read it yet. It just came out. But yeah, let's see here. Hollered over at Crypto Comics and Pal, talked to Rocky, and he said, "Buddy, Gotham City Sirens."
Well,
I wouldn't expected this one, but what do I know? He said, "This is it. This is a mini series. They're unfit for orbit."
That's what I was about to say. I think I'm unfit for orbit if I read
it. He said that's the one that is rolling today. We didn't hear back from Grant, so I picked Grant's for him. It's probably not at all accurate, but that's what happens when you don't answer back. So
you should tell people that people are ignoring us.
Well, today is supposed to be Grant's cool down day. So I picked this one. This is the 1 in 10 for G.I. Joe, a real American hero. This is home. I thought that was really cool.
I like that cover.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So that's Grant's pick of the week, even though that would not be Grant's pick of the week.
Good job, Grant, even though I don't like G.I. Joe either. So,
no doubt. Now, you got something for us here, too. Is this a book you read this week?
So, go ahead and throw that up. So, Wacky Races came out several months ago. The Linsner cover came out about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I picked that up because Joe Michael Linsner did that cover. Of course, he did a cover for Paradox, and I also have him doing a cover or an inside piece on the tour edition. So I thought it'd be great to throw it up. I was a huge Wacky Races fan when I was a kid. I've actually got the series. It only had 16, 17 episodes. But what was cool about Wacky Races is the dog and the guy in the background. That's Dick Dastardly and Mutterly. So it's just a beautiful cover. Now, I'm going to tell you, honestly, while I'm a fan of Wacky Races and while I think that cover is beautiful and the interior art in that was really good as well, the story was very, very average. But you know what? The cartoon was very average as well anyway. So, but it was it's just one of those fun things to pick up. I will tell you, I also picked up, I'll show you this.
Hold on, make you big. Hang on. What do you got there?
It's Huck, Big Bad World. I picked this up. This is actually a Bill recommendation, I think. I picked it up. It was pretty good. It was wasn't great, but I liked how it ended. I want to see more. But my pick of the week is without a doubt, and go ahead and throw it up. It's Hyde Street Sisterhood, #1.
Look at this.
So that's my pick of the week. So the other two I read and they were okay. And the Wacky Races ends after one issue. The Huck goes on. The Huck is kind of reminds me almost of Men in Black with a kid carrying nuclear codes in a briefcase. But Sisterhood, Hyde Street, was actually a really, really interesting story. Fast read, just a really good read. I enjoyed it. I hope
What's it about? Give me. Don't give it away, but just tell me what it's about.
Do you know anything about the Hyde Street and the horror to Hyde Street and those characters at all?
No.
then it's going to be hard for me to tell you too much without giving it away.
Okay, but it's a horror book. That's what we need
It
to
is
know.
a horror. Yes, it's based on the horror book, and you can kind of tell that from the cover. I like
So
that kind of.
is it a new? So it is a new
It
comic,
is.
but it's an original. It's not a new story, maybe.
It is a original comic and a new story. Yes.
Okay.
Hyde Street is you have to know a little bit about horror, and that'll take you down that road. So if you're into horror fans all know about that and get excited about that. I love the imagery on the front, and like I said, a good book to read.
Okay.
So there's my picks. I had 2 C+ picks, and this would be my A pick.
Okay.
And then I have one other piece of news I want to throw at you. I forgot.
All right, hit me with it.
You know I love Marvel zombie stuff, right? There's a 4-episode Marvel Zombies premiering on Disney on October the 3rd.
Oh, buddy, that'll be good.
I cannot wait. I think I'm gonna have a Marvel Zombies party.
So this is an actual zombies, not what publishers call people who buy the Marvel stuff.
Probably, yes. This is Marvel based on the Marvel Zombies comic series. This is Marvel Zombies that'll be coming out for a 4-episode. I guess Disney is testing the waters, and we'll see what happens. So
very nice. That does sound good.
Super excited about that.
I've been tackling a lot of stuff, so I haven't had a time to read, but I did get to read that cover I briefly showed last week.
And
this is The Pale Knight. This is Matt Wilson's exclusive cover there. I did read it. It's good. It's good. I did think I was hoping. So basically, the guy makes a deal with the devil, but the devil's death. And I kind of thought maybe I'm going to have to read more. I hope they do more with it because that seems like a story that's already happened.
Spawn or any other comic book? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, so that seems like a story that's happened. So let's hope that it gets a little bit of a twist to it. But I did enjoy it. I just hope the plot gets thicker. And then I've been reading something I picked up somewhere, very cheap, Wonder Woman and the Justice League. Just kind of fun. You can read one of the stories in like 4 minutes. So it's just something quick I can read real quick on a break or something. So that's kind of what I've been doing in the reading world. So I did want to share what I talked about earlier. And this affects us because this person was supposed to be here in Knoxville next week. So he was supposed to be here next week. And he's not going to be here now. And I'm going to try to share my screen here. Let's see here. Make sure it pops up just right.
Yeah.
Michael Madison.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, man. So he was supposed to be here.
Was it cardiac? Something like that?
He just says here that he was found unresponsive. So
yeah, I thought I read something about cardiac, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, and like I said, he was supposed to be here next week. So I don't think he's going to make it.
Nope, probably not.
That stinks. But I mean, man, Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, both of those are such great movies.
They are.
Yeah.
So how was he going to be here next week?
Oh, Fanboy is next week in Knoxville. Most people have a love-hate relationship with Fanboy. That's all I'm going to go with, and we're going to say it's Knoxville. It is Knoxville's biggest convention. We can't call it a comic convention because it's not hardly comics, but there are comic people there.
You going to get anybody's autograph?
You know this story. You know I want Billy D. Williams. So when I was 15, I went with Rick to Dragon Con, and this is before you even had to pay for autographs because a 15-year-old kid like me afforded it. We found this cool picture of Darth Vader when he was in Bespin, and he's talking to Lando Calrissian and Boba Fett. So there's 3 of them in this picture.
But he's not Boba Fett. He's a guard.
No, it's Boba Fett.
It is Boba Fett, but remember, Jeremy Bulloch played 2 different roles.
No, in the picture, it's Boba Fett.
Oh, I thought he was as the guard in the picture.
No, it's Darth Vader, Lando's in the middle, and Boba Fett's here. So that year, David Prowse was there. That's who played Darth Vader. He signed it. It probably was for free because, like I said, I was 15. There's no way I had any money. And Jeremy Bulloch signed it. Same thing. If it was probably $3 or $5. I mean, that was the days. Well, Billy D. Williams is here next week, and what does Billy D. Williams want for his signature now?
Let's see, a Colt 45.
$350 if you would like to get Billy D. Williams' signature. And I
Good
need it.
Lord.
And I need it on my ancient picture that I have from Dragon Con. Circa 1996, something like that. But yeah, $350.
Well, that seems like a lot.
Yep. I don't think I'll be getting it.
Are you sure?
I'm going to try some stuff, but I don't think I'm going to be getting
Because I'd love to buy that for you, but $350, that seems high.
So honestly, the only one that might fit my budget is going to be Helen Slater, and unfortunately, it's killing me here. Killing me.
Oh, I got the wrong. See, I got you an autograph by Billy D.
Well, maybe I can just crop that out and put it on my picture and be happy.
I need it for one of my pictures. I have a similar picture that you have.
Yeah. And I remember back then you guys were like, "Why'd you get that one? Billy D. Williams is never going to do anything at a comic convention." It just took him 30 years to come around or something, you know?
Yeah, no kidding. Colt 45 residual payments have ran out, so I don't know.
It's just not what it used to be.
It's not.
Oh, you're killing me. So yeah, we've got some local friends that will be at Fanboy next week. Your Comics Exchange, Knoxville's oldest running comic book store with Bill Langford will be there. Rocky with Crypto Comics will be there. Our friend John with Utopia Toys will be there. Those are all Knoxville stores that are going to be at the Fanboy. And we will be there somewhere, hopefully. Somewhere in the mix, you will find us. But yeah, I don't know that. Oh, and I don't know that I'm getting Helen Slater's autograph either, because the book I wanted is not in good enough condition to get her signed. So I'm going to think about it. I'm going to have to think about it. I may walk around there and see if I can find the book and get her signed. But I have a backup one, but it just doesn't feel the same. I wanted that old book, you know, with the funky smell to get signed by her and stuff.
Funky smell. Oh my gosh.
That smell you love when you open it up and you're like, oh yeah, this is going to make me smarter.
Is that what that smell does? It makes you smarter?
Oh yeah, you know, that's that old library smell. The books have just been together.
Okay.
For 30
Awesome.
years.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me clean up some stuff. So that brings us to what are we doing at Fanboy? Because
What are we doing at Fanboy? What are we doing?
Finally time.
What's time?
That's right. Right over here. Moonblade is in pre-launch. It is in
Pre-launch? What
on
does that mean?
Kickstarter. Yes. So right now you can go to Kickstarter and get notified for when Moonblade launches.
Wait a minute. How did I do that? I'm confused. I go to Kickstarter, they're automatically going to tell me?
Yep, right there is the link in Kickstarter to go to Moonblade. I'm also going to put that in the comments right now.
But I can type in Moonblade when I go to Kickstarter, and it will take me to it, right?
Yeah, I would type in Moonblade #1 because it is Moonblade #1, and
Okay.
and it will take you there, and you will see a beautiful picture of Gus Mock, and then the trade logo for Moonblade.
So, what's Moonblade about, man? I don't know.
Right. What is Moonblade about? Let me see here. I'm going to show. Yeah, I can show you here. We can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Well, let's do some cool stuff, man. It's like Happy Gilmore #2 is really going to come out now, and I get to see something from Moonblade.
Yeah. So Moonblade is right there in preview mode. Notify me on launch. So we've already got 10 followers going.
That's good.
Somebody jumped the gun on us. That's awesome. So yeah, right here is Moonblade. So like it says here, Moonblade is an action-packed street-level vigilante thrill ride with a deep historical background in a vibrant real-world setting. So if you know me, the setting's going to be familiar to you. I will tell you that, and that's why it's definitely real-world. When it says deep background, we're going to find out why Moonblade can do what she can do. And we find more about these, I want to say, funky antique weapons she's using. So there's a lot of history, and then of course it's from me, so there's nothing but action. You got a lot of action going on. Um,
You saying
during
Brad gets a lot of action?
I enjoy the action movies, the action books. I do. I leave all the talkie up to you. So I kind of yeah, it's gonna be great. So what we're gonna do right here is let me pull this down. I'm gonna add the trailer for Moonblade. So get your popcorn, get comfortable. This whole I think it's 90 seconds or less, but get
Oh my God.
comfortable. Jump in there. Here we go. We'll make it large.
This scruffy city has a secret. I was born Kimberly Minbora, the daughter of an American historical archaeologist and a Korean spiritual advisor, also known as a Wanwei. I was volunteering time at a local charity when it was robbed. It was in that moment my life changed. Instinctively, I took swift action and halted the threat. This was when I decided I could make a difference as a vigilante. It was easy to lean on my past and don my Wanwei attire. The Marble City, as some call it, has something to reveal. A secret that protects the good people. I am Moonblade. Now, the secret is out, and evildoers beware. I am watching.
Thank you, Moonblade, for that intro. I am Brad Molshin, creator and writer of Moonblade. Here is a little backstory about Moonblade. She is a street-level vigilante. Her story is exciting and action-packed. Kimberly Minbora is a uniquely deep character. While each issue is a self-contained story, they are all part of a larger story arc as Moonblade is fleshed out. Through the series, you will learn about Moonblade's rich history, unique weapons, and abilities. I have teamed up with multiple artists to deliver this beautiful story. Special covers include works by Jimmy Palmiotti, Gus Malk, Jody Perez, Sam Payne, and an exciting homage cover as well. We at Resolute Bliss Publishing hope you find Moonblade as captivating and thrilling as we do. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity. This is your chance to own the first explosive issue. What do you think about that, Rick?
Man, that is like watch. I'm eating popcorn, watching this. I am super excited.
Yeah, so Moonblade will be live.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't care about Superman. I don't care about Fantastic Four. I don't even care about Jurassic Park today. I like that. I'm eating my popcorn now.
It's happening, man. It's happening. Man, I can't. Do you have a favorite cover out of those? Do you have a favorite one?
You know who my favorite cover is?
Oh, I do.
Jimmy,
Oh, the mayor of comics.
the mayor of comics. Yes.
Johnny. Yeah, I think he might grace us with his presence. By the way, I don't want to give anything away, but yeah,
I don't look like him, and you don't look like him. So okay.
yeah, yeah. I tell you what, that one probably hit my heart the biggest because I mean, obviously, this guy's into everything and very huge things, and to take time for a very small independent publishing company like us to do a cover was very kind of him and very endearing. So I definitely appreciate that a lot. He didn't know me. So yeah, I appreciate that a lot. It's very cool. It's got that hard 90s hit to it, and it's like one of those ones that you look at it and you're like, wait, what? This is 90s, and then it just gets better. The longer you look at it, the better it gets. Is the only way I know how to describe that. Yeah, man, those covers, it's hard for me to pick because at the same time I love that Akira homage. And Gus's thing's beautiful. Sam Payne's is beautiful. The main cover there by Jordy with the Korean tigers, awesome. Yeah, those are. It's gonna be tough for me, but Uh, I don't know. I honestly, I think I swung with all my favorites right there at the beginning. So on the interiors, I have my buddy Raj. So Raj is awesome. He was able to meet me on my mental level to flesh out Moonblade, I guess. Somehow we were on the same thing. What I was saying, he knew what I meant. That's the only way I know how to say that is when I said the words and wrote them, he knew how to make the picture what was in my head, and he did an excellent job on the interior. Uh, that is also colored by, and I'm not going to try to say, I'm not going to butcher these guys' last names. Um, they can pronounce my name, which is awesome, and why they're my buddies is cool because nobody can pronounce our last name. I don't think that you can pronounce our last name.
I'm the only one that pronounces it correctly.
Oh yeah. No, you just took shortcuts. But anyway, Harry did the colors on the inside and phenomenal. He makes them pop. They're vibrant. It's awesome. So I hope everybody enjoys it. If not, I did everything else, and you can yell at me. But I know that the artwork is stellar, the inside for sure, and I know those covers are great. So anything else you can blame for me. So we're going to be live with Moonblade at Fanboy, and you will be able. The Kickstarter will be live. I wish I could leave it for 30 days, but like I said, we are understanding how Kickstarter works, and it would not let me do anything until Rick finished his completely. When will they ship? Somebody says, and Cosmic Cat wants to know when will they ship. So the way that Kickstarter will run for 30 days. At the end of that Kickstarter is when we will have the orders. The orders will go to print immediately since the comic book is completely done. And as soon as we get the return books, they will be shipped out to people. So I'm going to say a generous. Now, Kickstarter does something weird with your funds too to make sure nobody wants to back out. In like 7 or 8 days, Rick. I know that
You get about 7 days, yeah.
Yeah. So you have that 7 days after the Kickstarter ends. Make sure everything is legit. Once that's legit, it goes to print. I'm going to give print the. I'm going to give them 21 days. Once we get them back, it might be a little bit more, and then we will start fulfilling at that point. So yeah, none of this 8 months while I get the artist to draw the pictures. Our books are done. They will ship because Rick will have another Kickstarter up the second this one goes down. And we will continue to roll that way since all our books are done. But yeah, Moonblade will be live on Kickstarter by Fanboy. So please get your notified on the launch right now. Very excited. At Fanboy, we will have our tour books. Right here is my tour book, tour edition number 0. I'm trying to get out of the glare. Here, let me make myself big. Where are we at? There we are. Right here is Moonblade, and this is her day 1 story kind of thing. So if you want to get completely up to speed, it's not necessary, but it does kind of like, oh, that's why she can that's what happened there. But I'm excited about the Kickstarter. Everything is complete. We do have one add-on, cool gizmo that may be a little late to the party, but everything else is on there. We'll see how that gets worked out with production, but it's going to be cool, man. And this awesome bust that you can see that holds comics will be on the Kickstarter as well. This is not painted. This is 3D printed in color. So it's filament, which means you can drop it and it doesn't shatter. So that's cool. It's very sturdy and can hold your books like you see it doing back there. The only thing painted on this is the eyeball. I did have to get the eyeballs painted in there, but nothing else is painted. It's all printed in this color, so it's one of a kind, very unique. But yeah, looking forward to that. We will have that with Fanboy, and you will have your books as well there at Fanboy, won't you, Rick?
I will definitely have the Resolute Bliss Tour Edition for Oz and Paradox there. Absolutely. Yep. They're out. Do not know that I'll have Brides or Paradox 1 there. Hey, we're actually doing some changes to Paradox 1. I solicited on Kickstarter as a 24-page book. Mm-hmm. We're actually going to put that up to 32 pages, not 32 pages of story, I'm putting some preview pages of Gasp in it and preview
Nice.
pages of Brides into it. So I thought I'd
Oh,
give everybody something extra to kind of look forward to and get
that's
into.
cool.
So
Yeah.
so while Paradox is totally done, I'm pulling the preview pages out and throwing them in there, and I'm trying to decide somebody's pinup I'm going to throw in there that I did not initially offer, but I'm about to send all my Kickstarter supporters a message probably tomorrow or so and say, hey, by the way, we're actually going to add about 8 more pages into this book for you. I'm not charging anything extra, but just something kind of as thanks for being a supporter.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is very cool. That is cool. Maybe you can throw in there, check out Moonblade when you send that
Your
out.
ad's already in there.
No, not the comic book, when you send out the message.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was really confused. It's like, I've got an ad in there. What are you talking about? Actually, your ad's what is the other reason I miscalculate my pages. And I was at 25 pages and I'm like, oh,
Can't
because
do the odd number there.
that is an odd number. So I thought, how am I going to fix that? It's like, the best way to fix this is to thank everybody and give them some extra stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm even looking forward to that. You'll also probably have some back issues there with you.
Yep.
So that's cool. That is very cool. I'm going to try to have something. I don't want to promise because I can't get it done, but I may have something a little different there as well that we haven't had at shows before. So if I can get it done before we get there, that will be wonderful. I'm excited about it. We'll see how this weekend goes.
Well, I'm excited too now.
As you didn't see from the trio that came in this room, I'm staying a little busy right now.
Hey, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Who is the Barrel? I missed somebody in that group.
Yeah.
No, Ellie, Magnus. Who was the other one?
Serini, my other nephew.
Oh, I didn't even realize Serini was there. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little rowdy here. What's weird is the dog kind of like doesn't want to have that much to do with them. He's like, oh, she is just like, leave me alone. But the old 19-year-old cat seems to be eating it up. So I'm like, well, I would have thought it'd be the other way around. But
a little attention, you never know.
Yeah, we have a 19-year-old cat named Walker that is an outside cat that is, I mean, it can't hear, but it gets around fine and it does eat. But yeah, Ellie loves the cat, so the cat loves her back there, and I'm surprised. She's carrying around the day, and we're like, oh God, put that cat down. It's so old. But yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. We'll get everybody in. I'm going to help. I think Rocky still needs some help loading in, and I know I'm definitely going to help Bill on Thursday get all loaded in. Bill told me today he's he's getting ready this weekend. He's starting to pull books, so he was getting ready today. I think he said he was pulling some stuff out, so that's good. Yeah, so we'll be there.
I think I'm going to get, and I want to see how many people get the joke. I'm going to get me a sealed action figure of Wesley Crusher and have Will Wheaton sign it.
That's right. Will Wheaton is supposed to be there too. Yeah.
So do you know why I'm going to do that?
Because he's there.
Well, there's like 30 people there. So why Will Wheaton with a action figure do I want sealed? I've got to dig one up. I bet you Bill might have one for me.
That's true.
Because Sheldon was traumatized because he went to see Will Wheaton when he was like 7 years old from The Big Bang Theory to get Will Wheaton to sign his mint and package Wesley Crusher. And Wesley Crusher decided not to show up at the convention that he was going to. And so he became on his enemies list. So if Will Wheaton does not show up next Saturday, he will become my mortal enemy.
That's cool. Yeah, I guess there's going to be a ton of people there. I think the Superman people and Gene Simmons are the big draw, I guess.
William Shatner, he's a big draw.
Yeah.
Captain Kirk, you can't forget him.
Yeah, and the Lord of the Rings.
Elijah Wood.
Yep.
He's sold out. All his autograph sessions are sold out.
I feel like they normally are. Because I think sometimes...
He's the only one that's sold out, though.
I think that sometimes he doesn't go and the rest of them do go. He's kind of more of a rare appearance.
He takes the journey to Mordor by himself.
Yeah. As much as, that fanboys comic people get overlooked and it does bring the crowd in though. So we're going to be in the mix there somewhere, slinging some Resolute Bliss books. So please, if you're there, stop by and say hey. I'll have
Absolutely. Please say
I'll
hi
have,
to us.
yeah, stickers, buttons, the good stuff. So yeah, it'd be exciting. Now, I see you've popped something up here on the bottom bar. What is
No.
this?
I put that in during your movie. You don't have to throw that up.
I want to see what it is now.
Well, that's just Dick Dastardly and Mutterly. I once again from Wacky Races. Those are my two favorite characters. I love those characters.
Right. Oh, that book. That was the book. Did you say this? That was the or the B and C cover shipped, and then like 3 months later, the A cover, which was Linsner cover, shipped.
Finally shipped, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
why I'm way behind on it. But I wanted to wait till the Linsner cover before I actually checked it out. Yes, that is the
That
book.
was the big, debacle with Diamond. I mean, how do you ship the B and C cover and then 3 months later ship the A cover?
So, are we talking about Diamond 6 months from now? That's the only other question.
I mean, I think they're pretty much done, buddy. I don't think there's
I think so too.
Dynamite's moved off of them, and that was kind of like their last big draw, from what I understand. So,
I agree.
yeah, I think it's over. All right, guys, you know where to find us. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're here on YouTube. Please check out the Moonblade #1 Kickstarter right now in preview mode, but soon to be very, very live. We've got a little Resolute Bliss group on Facebook called Resolute Bliss Universe. You can always ask us questions or anything in there, or post cool pictures with us at cons, any of that stuff, or do it on the main Facebook page. I think you can do that there too. But yeah, check us out on all the socials. We hope to see you all soon. We appreciate everybody watching. It's been another awesome show, and thanks for letting me launch Moonblade here in preview mode with you guys.
Happy
Rick,
birthday.
Thank you. I'm going to try to keep it calm, not blow any fingers off or anything like that. I do feel like the parties we've had in the past, I'm due for that, so I'm calming down now. There'll be no big, huge parties anymore.
Age will do that to you, my friend.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We are very thankful and wishing you all the best. And we will see you next week here for the official Where the Heck Are We Going to Be in Fanboy launch there. So take care of yourselves, and we will see you next week.